الحين بس في شغله واحده نبي ناكدها، ان شاء الله القلب ما في شيء،
ان شاء الله ان شاء الله.
بسوي الفحص هذا الحمد لله. So how are you? Well, so first time for you? No, it's the MashaAllah. So this initiative has been a long time coming, but alhamdulillah, it's finally here. It's finally
ودي كل الإخراج حقنا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، نواب مدير الجامعة الأفاضل، السادة العمداء الكرام، زملائي وزميلاتي الأفاضل من أعضاء هيئة التدريس والباحثين، ممثلي شركة جوجل كلاود وشركة ديلويت الأعزاء، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. يسعدني ويشرفني بالنيابة عن مدير جامعة الكويت الأستاذة الدكتورة دينا ميلم أن أرحب بجميع الزملاء الأفاضل في هذا اللقاء المميز، ونعرب عن فخرنا واعتزازنا بإطلاق هذه المبادرة التجريبية لمنصة الذكاء الاصطناعي من جوجل بالتعاون مع ديلويت. نجتمع اليوم في وقت تشهد فيه تقنيات الذكاء الاصطناعي تحولاً نوعياً غير مسبوق. لم يعد الحديث عن الذكاء الاصطناعي مقتصراً على أدوات مساعدة، بل امتدت لتشمل بناء وكلاء الذكاء الاصطناعي AI agents القادرين على فهم السياق واتخاذ القرار وتنفيذ المهام بكفاءة وفاعلية. نود التنويه بتقدير الجامعة العميق لشركائنا، حيث تدشن هذه المبادرة والخدمات التجريبية والبرامج التدريبية بفضل الدعم الكامل المقدم من جوجل، مما يؤكد التزام شركائنا الراسخ بتمكين بيئة التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي في دولة الكويت. كما لا يسعني إلا أن أتقدم بخالص الشكر والتقدير لهذه الشراكة الاستراتيجية المثمرة بين جامعة الكويت من جهة وشركتي جوجل كلاود وديلويت من جهة أخرى، وعلى ما تبذلانه من جهود وخبرة في إنجاح هذه المبادرة. تهدف هذه المبادرة إلى بناء منصة معرفية ذكية موحدة وآمنة تتيح للجامعة تنظيم وتسهيل الوصول الفوري إلى الذاكرة المؤسسية، مما يسهم بشكل مباشر في رفع كفاءة العمل الأكاديمي وتعزيز الإنتاجية ودعم الابتكار في الأبحاث والعمل الإداري ونشر المعرفة. ستوفر المنصة ميزات تكنولوجية رائدة صممت خصيصاً لتيسير مهامكم اليومية، وفي مقدمتها الاسترجاع الذكي للمستندات البحثية التي يتيح للباحث الوصول الفوري والآمن لأرشيف الأبحاث والمقترحات والمنح والمراجع الأكاديمية المخزنة وغيرها من الخدمات التي نطمح أن توسع تباعاً. نؤكد التزامنا التام بالأمن وسرية المعلومات في الجامعة، حيث تعتمد المنصة على بيئة حوسبية سحابية آمنة ومحمية بالكامل من جوجل كلاود، مع تطبيق حوكمة للتحقق من هوية وصلاحيات الوصول بناء على الدور والسياسات المعتمدة داخل الجامعة. تنطلق هذه المرحلة التجريبية لتسهم نخبة من أعضاء هيئة التدريس والطاقم الإداري والطلبة كل على يوم إن شاء الله، وستكون حجر الأساس لوضع خارطة الطريق شاملة للتوسع مستقبلا لتشمل المنصة كافة منتسبي جامعة الكويت إن شاء الله. ندعو جميع الزملاء من الأعضاء هيئة التدريس للتفاعل والمشاركة النشطة في الجلسات التعريفية والورش التدريبية القادمة والمساهمة الفاعلة لتكونوا أنتم مجموعة ضمن الرواد القادة AI Champions لنقود معا مسيرة التطور لجامعة الكويت. وفي الختام لا يفوتني أن أتقدم بالشكر الجزيل إلى جميع الإدارات المعنية بجامعة الكويت التي عملت بتكاتف وتنسيق عال لإخراج هذه الفاعلية بهذا المستوى، وخص بالذكر مركز نظم المعلومات وإدارة الدعم الفني على الدعم الفني والتقني المميز، إدارة العلاقات العامة على جهودها في التنظيم والتنسيق والترويج لهذه الفعالية، إدارة الخدمات وسائر الإدارات الأخرى التي ساهمت في تذليل الصعوبات وتوفير كل ما يلزم إلى نجاح هذا اليوم، وشركائنا كذلك. أتمنى لهذا البرنامج كل التوفيق، وأن يكون بداية شراكة ممتدة ومثمرة بين جامعة الكويت وشركائها الاستراتيجيين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
بارك الله فيكم. صبحكم الله بالخير جميعا. أول شيء مشكورين وايد على حضوركم اليوم، وأودي أقول لكم أن أنا وايد سعيد بوجودي اليوم هنا بينكم. وصراحة يعني التيرن اوت اللي حصل اليوم وعلى رأسه الأستاذ طبعا الدكتورة إلينا والأستاذ الدكتور عبد الله المطوع شيء يثلج الصدر. أنا ما راح أطيل عليكم، وإن شاء الله راح تسمعون الكلام اللي يعجبكم وتشوفون الأدوات والتكنولوجيا اللي تليق في صرح مثل جامعة الكويت. تفضلوا ديلويت، تفضل حياك.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم. Good morning everyone. Great pleasure to be with you today, and thank you very much, Doctor, for the amazing introduction, and thank you, Abdul Latif. And we are extremely pleased and proud to have this partnership with Kuwait University and with Google. I'll start with a quick introduction. So I am Tamer Sharifa. I'm the lead technology and transformation partner for Deloitte Kuwait. And with me today, Aiden Aka, who's our education sector leader, and David Quader, who's our AI and data director and the project leader. Throughout the session today, we would like to bring to the attention multiple important factors for the success of the project. And as part of our project and initiative, we have a vision for Kuwait University when it comes to the use of AI. And as part of this, we are starting with 4,500 users. What we want to do, we want to ensure that productivity is increased, and we want to foster an environment for innovation. This is going to happen by using the right tools enabled by Google, Gemini. And Deloitte's role as part of this is to enable you from our sector experience and to guide you through the right deployment and usage and help you out through the deployment phase. With that said, I really look forward for a successful partnership. We're going to be your advisors, and we're going to be helping you throughout the journey. And we're always going to be available to share with you our global expertise in the sector, and through the partnership that we had with Google before, where we deployed Gemini, and we will ensure that this is a successful journey with you. That said, I'll pass it over to Aiden so that he can walk you quickly through our sector-related expertise.
Thank you very much, Tamer. Assalamu alaikum, sabah khair. And thank you for having us here today. Thank you, Doctor. And thank you all for giving us this opportunity to have this significant event today in Kuwait University. So a very quick introduction about myself. My name is Yedík. I lead our education business in the Middle East. And today, I basically will tell you briefly about our experience and capabilities when it comes to the education at large. So today, there's a tremendous pressure on the higher education institutions in general, but particularly in the region, to deliver on the expectations of the governments that set ambitious targets in transforming the economy as well as the society. There's tremendous pressure to close the skill and capability gap, and also bring cutting-edge technology or value through research and development and innovation. On top of that, basically we see a lot of trends and shaping forces on the technology side, such as generative AI, augmented reality, robotics, and similar. But not only that, when we look at the education at large, we also see changes on the business side of things, seeing rise of micro-credentialization or personalized learning pathways and so on and so forth. So that creates a very challenging and ambiguous environment to navigate for the entire education sector, as well as for the higher education institutions. So we at Deloitte, in partnership with Google, we basically have been advising the higher education institutions globally as well as regionally in helping them find ways and to deliver on those high expectations. We've been privileged and honored to work with the leading institutions globally, but as well as in the region, including yourself. And today, we will be bringing this global and local expertise, be it on the business side, as well as on the technology side, to deliver on your ambitious journey on enabling AI within the Kuwait University. I'll just leave you with one resource you might go and check. Globally, we have the Deloitte Center for the Higher Education Excellence out of US, which is publicly available source of information. You can find our latest point of views, our thought leadership when it comes to forces shaping the higher education in US as well as globally. It's free, you can have access, you can navigate, and if any questions, we will be more than happy to help you out and be with you in this journey. Thank you very much.
Good morning one more time. We are very happy to be part of this journey with you, with Kuwait University, to help you to foster this innovation culture inside the university, to support all the faculty, the administration, employees, and the students to achieve their tasks, their jobs, using all the cutting-edge technologies. For us, we will go with 3 phases for this pilot, and this is a sustainable pilot. It's not a POC. It's very important to mention that. What we are creating together, you will be using it as a sustainable use cases for Kuwait universities for all the personas that we have identified together with Dr. Abdullah and Dr. Muhammad. So the stage 1, this is the phase 1, business discovery. Well, after this opening statement, we will go with a workshop with you, with the faculty champions who will be identified as AI champions as part of this discovery session to identify the use cases that will be adding value for your daily work. And in parallel, our technical team is working with your IT department to configure the platform and to connect it to your IT ecosystem inside Kuwait University. Then we will go with this 3 business use cases development and implementation. Then we'll have a phase 3 of this pilot project, when we go with the training at scale for the trainers, for the champions, and for the adoption at scale for this pilot, 4,500 users. If we go to the next slide. For this pilot, we have identified 3 cohorts where we invite you to be part of this faculty cohort to go around this faculty champion. We will identify the champion, identify the use cases with you that will be part of your future at scale deployment also. And we will get your feedback and your contribution for this development of these use cases and the adoption at scale of Gemini Enterprise as part of your AI at scale inside Kuwait University, using it for your daily tasks, using it on your knowledge getting benefits to retrieve all the information that you have, that you are producing from an academic perspective, from training, from education, from syllabus, whatever you are using it inside the university to add value for your journey inside Kuwait University. After this, I think I will hand over to you, Latif, with Mijbel, to go through this, I would say, demo for the platform. But before that, please scan this QR code, and I invite you strongly to be part of this champions cohort for the faculty members to be part of this workshop that we have just after this opening statement. And thank you very much one more time.
No, it's okay. This is what you the same.
طبعا ان شاء الله بعد البريك يعني الساعه 11 الا ربع اللي يسوون سكان على الكيو ار حابين انه يروحون مع فريق ديلويت ومع فريق جوجل بالطابق الاول ان شاء الله، وتشاركونا. طبعا يكون فريق اصغر حجما، لكن نبي نسمع منكم اكثر على اليوز كيسز اليوميه. يعني اتوقع ان افضل مو بس احنا جايين اليوم نعرض عليكم برزنتيشن، بالعكس نبي ان نتفاعل وياكم، نسمع شنو المشاكل اليوميه اللي الواحد يمر فيها، شنو تجاربكم اليوميه. كذي راح تساعدونا اكثر ان نطور اليوز كيسز، وان شاء الله تشاركونا الساعه 11 الا ربع ان شاء الله. فبس تخلصون الاسكان وزميلي مجبل راح يعطيكم دمو ان شاء الله الحين. حياك الله.
Thank you so much. No. Okay. Okay, good morning. My name is Mijbel. I will walk you through some of the technical features of our platform and give you an idea what Gemini Enterprise is or how you can use it in your day-to-day work. And as a reminder, inshallah, we will activate the accounts and reach out to you for virtual enablement sessions and do hands-on workshops and trainings to walk you through using the app, how to enable the features, creating your first agent. فهذا كله إن شاء الله it will be coming very soon. Okay. So I just want to give شوية background يعني عن Google Cloud why Google. You know, you might already be aware, but we've had a lot of research done in the field of AI. Our researchers developed the initial AI seminal paper. that enabled the entire Gen AI industry to exist اليوم. We had researchers such as Demis Hassabis, who is today, did the breakthrough on AlphaFold that actually open sourced a lot of work for scientists today on the platform. Yeah, perfect. Okay, شكرا. Okay, جدي أحسن. Okay, for on the platform, and he's actually won a Nobel Prize for his efforts in chemistry. Google has always been at the forefront of AI and computational research. This includes quantum computing and our internal quantum computing projects. This includes developing these new world models, such as Genie, that enable you to actually create all these amazing new worlds online, and our work with robotics. Okay, but what are we doing to help you today, جامعة الكويت, and what are the products that we are looking to enable for you today? Imagine a world where you can now use AI to both increase your creativity, increase your productivity, and have more impact in your day-to-day work. And we wanted to create a tool to enable professors, students, staff at Kuwait University and other enterprises to do this, okay? This is what Gemini Enterprise is. Gemini Enterprise today is the front door to AI in the workplace, okay? As professors, as employees, you can create this agentic task force to help you do all your day-to-day work very quickly and very efficiently. Developers can build and deploy AI production level AI agents and be able to monitor them and control them. And students can also do a lot of workflow automation, workflow monitoring, and this will enable you to have a more new and robust way of doing work. Okay, I'm going to walk through some of the features of the app as we have them today. اليوم احنا we have Gemini 3.5, which is the LLM model powering Gemini Enterprise app. And what we're talking about today is an actual entire platform. We're not just talking about an LLM model. Today, I'm sure, okay, how many people here are already using an AI as part of their work today? I think all the hands should go up, المفروض, right? Okay. But how do you actually do this, right? Do you download an app on your phone? Does everybody have an app on their phone? Maybe you have an app on your actual computer that you signed up for yourself, and you actually upload documents. Well, all of these apps اليوم are not set up for enterprise usage. You know, we have certain SLAs for our enterprise customers, such as Kuwait University. When you deploy the application via Kuwait University, we do a lot of things around data protection. We don't use your data to train any AI models. And we make sure that all of the security and governance and wherever the data actually sits and lands on our cloud environment is an environment that is owned by Kuwait University. This is where it becomes important that since you are all using AI today, let's not have everybody use their own AI application. Okay, اللي عنده ChatGPT, اللي عنده Claude. Maybe some of you are already using Gemini, I don't know. But what we are trying to do today is to make sure that we unify the entire AI usage for professors, for staff, for students under one platform. This has higher security, better data governance, and actually enables more multiplicative effects when it comes to AI usage. This is the idea behind the project that we are introducing to you today. And we're not up here to talk to you about Gemini as a model, like, oh, how do we compete with OpenAI or ChatGPT, or how do we compete with Claude? This is a conversation, honestly, for another day. And you can, anyways, you can use Claude from inside this platform. So it kind of doesn't matter which LLM you like to use in the background. But how do you make sure that you're using it securely? How do you make sure that the documents you are uploading corresponds with the security policy of Kuwait University? How do you make sure that any responses you get are within the guidelines of what is considered to be approved? Those are the kinds of things that get enabled when you use Gemini Enterprise as an app. Okay? So I'll give a quick walkthrough of the features, and then after this, I will kind of go through a quick demo. But initially, we have Gemini as a model powering Gemini Enterprise app. And you can also use any of our other models in our model gallery. We have over 160 models, including the latest models by Claude, available for you, by Anthropic, sorry, including the latest Claude models available for you to use. Okay, now, the important thing that I want to showcase here is that you are, as soon as you open it, you kind of hit the familiar search window, okay? Well, what do you want to do today? What do you want to accomplish today? What do you want to search for today? And from the search window, you can actually start to give the AI commands and instructions, and it will follow along with you. It will understand you. It will understand everything that you want to do as a user. And from there, you can also add to it, give it documents, give it access to your files, and so on. And we will see how this works shortly. We also have our own mobile app. So even if you want to use this enterprise level AI on the go, you can do it on the mobile application. And it includes certain features that will be very helpful for doing things like creating presentations and creating reports and Word documents, including our product, which is Canvas, currently in preview, which you can use to actually create full-fledged Word docs. Okay. I will show this actually in the demo, but we also have something that we call a deep research agent. So there are certain agents that come out of the box available for you, including deep research and Notebook LM. Has anybody used Notebook LM before? I know a lot of people might have, yeah. So we have one available for you out of the box inside this environment, okay? We give you the ability to also build your own agents in a secure and governed manner. So you don't have to actually go and talk and build an agent kind of that you don't know if it's allowed, if it's approved, can I pass my data to it? This is all done within a secure and approved manner, both as a chat agent and today as workflow agents. And I think we are moving past, as in terms of workforce productivity, we are moving past just chat-based. Now we are going into agentic, and we are going into agents that work autonomously. You don't need to actually chat in the window with any agent for it to actually do work for you. It should do the work for you and then come back and report and come back and get your approval if it's needed. Is anybody using autonomous agents today that don't rely on chat? Yeah, so this is the kind of functionality that we would like to enable for you. Okay, and all of this is within your data. We put on top of it your data. You connect to your email, you connect to your files, you connect to your drive, you connect to your ERPs, you connect to whatever it might be. So you never actually have to keep uploading this data all the time. It will actually do everything for you and understand the context, understand your documents, and understand everything that you are trying to do. Okay, and it enables collaboration between different people as well. So you create a cool agent that you want to share with a colleague, you can do that. You can create a common workspace and invite a colleague and you start collaborating on it. You have your agents collaborate on it. This is all doable through our platform, inshallah. So I just wanted to give you this quick overview before I showcase the demo. And I'm going to switch over to the demo now. Okay. صوت واضح? Okay, great. So this is kind of the window. This is what your Gemini Enterprise window looks like. Okay. So essentially, what we have here is your classic search window. Actually, let me do this. Okay. So what you have here is your classic kind of search bar. You can ask it anything about your data. Like the color can't tell, but it's a proper bar. بس الألوان بالشاشة للأسف شوي مو وايد واضحة. And you are able to kind of chat with it here. The cool thing here is you can add files to this chat window, regardless الفايلز هذه جاية من your hard disk, from your OneDrive folder or from your Google Drive folder. فأول شيء إحنا سويناه is we made sure that this tool is open and can work with any system that you have installed بالجامعة اليوم. Regardless of how you like to work, the system will work with it. You know, if you are using Outlook, it will work with Outlook. If you are using Gmail, it will work with Gmail. So regardless of the system, it will work for you, inshallah. The second thing is we give you specific agents that are needed or used for very specific tasks. So we have an agent here that does deep research. We have agents that will create images and create videos for you. So we have multimedia agents as well. And those are available for you out of the box, okay? And you can connect all of your enterprise data. In this example here, in my environment, I am connected to Google Workspace environment, but this is because it's my personal example. But essentially, you can connect to any environment, and it only has access to the files that you have access to as a user. فمثلا, if I want to access Drive, I actually have to authorize myself with my username and my password and give it the permissions. So every time when I tell it, go read my email, go check the calendar, it will do it on my personal permissions. It's like I am the one doing the checking myself, okay? It doesn't have access to anything that you don't have access to as a user. So it's very important from a security perspective. And then we can ask it questions. Let's say, for example, maybe I'm a professor. I am doing research in the science department about, I don't know, lithium batteries. So let's ask it to tell me about lithium batteries. Okay, and then it will go and actually use the connectors I have for Google search, because I enabled it here, and it will go and synthesize information from Google search directly and then give me this information here that you are able to see. Okay, so this is very, very easy to do, and it gives you a quick overview immediately. You can copy it, export it, download it. You can do with this data anything that you want. Let's say I want to ask it a follow-up question like how lithium batteries are recycled. I just click here, and it will be able to actually go and look up this data for me. Okay, and this is something that it can do very easily. And if I want, I can also tell it to using, for example, a tool like Canvas. And then when I use Canvas, create a report about recycling lithium batteries. And here I can specify which model I want it to use, or let it choose it automatically as well. So you can actually have access to all the latest and greatest models that Google provides. And then it will go and it will create this report for me. And this is all kind of on the very standard Gemini Enterprise interface. Like this is just opening the chat window, asking it to synthesize some information, prepare some reports, put together some comparisons, gather the data, and then it will just synthesize it for you in a simple, easy to digest, easy to use report that you can then go and export to wherever you want to export it to, okay? So as you see here, this, since I use the Canvas tool, it becomes like a document. It's no longer just sitting in my chat window. I'm actually creating a document that I can then export to docs, download as, you can't see it here, but this, you can download it as a PDF, you can download it as a Word document, you can copy it or export it to Google Docs. So it will allow you to do all of these things out of the box, right? So you're not stuck just on, for example, GDocs. You can put this document wherever you want. Okay, great. Now, let's close that. Now, if we go here and we go to agents, you see here that we have agents that are available for you from Google out of the box, such as deep research, notebook LM, and idea generation. You have agents that your organization can create. So you can imagine this as, let's create agents for professors to inquire about their class schedules or inquire about using, I don't know, some computational metrics, or to inquire about the status of their grant application. You can create all of these agents as Kuwait University and make them available to all the faculty who are part of Kuwait University, or even a subset of the faculty, if you want, that are part of Kuwait University. So these agents will be deployed for you and ready for you to use, such as these which I have here, which are the research publication liaison agent and the school maintenance agent, which I have as demo purposes. And you can have your own agents as well. Okay, for the agents that you want to create for your own personal use, you can create those agents as well, right? So we searched lithium batteries out of the box using our Google connector, but what if we want to do it via deep research, right? Deep research takes a long time to actually come up with the answers that it will. And the way it does it is it actually goes, it sees your question, it synthesizes the information, and then puts together, which I think everybody here might appreciate, it puts together a research plan, right? And tells you, look, this is what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the research plan. And then based on this research plan, it goes and kind of does this research, and sometimes it takes, minutes, hours, it can take a long time to actually put this research plan together depending on the aspects of the research plan, okay? It will come, it will sit, think about how it will resolve the issue for you, put the plan together for you, and then go ahead and execute it. فعلى سبيل المثال هني, okay, for lithium batteries, this is how I will do it for you. Fundamentals of lithium batteries, how they work, types of batteries, applications, and then lithium ion battery recycling. Is this okay? Should we go ahead and start the research? Well, I don't know. Let's add a section about the future of lithium batteries, for example, okay? And rather than immediately starting the research, I tell it, well, no, actually, here's how you amend the research plan. Let's make the research more robust and more tailored to what I am looking for. Maybe I am, I don't know, writing a co-paper, and I want to make sure that I cover these aspects before I go and engage with the other professors, okay? And then it will go and fix the plan for you, put together the modified plan, and ask you to approve it by hitting start research. This will take a while, so I pre-ran a command yesterday just to kind of show you how this looks. Okay, so once you hit start research, it puts together all of these questions, and starts to research them one by one. And you can see here, this is very, very detailed and very, very in depth. هذا بس على أول سؤال. Europe, Asia, and then it goes and finds all this other data around question 2, what they are and what is their fundamental architecture, and it becomes very, very technical very, very quickly. And this is a tool that you can basically use as a starting point for researching any subject that you can think of, right? And this agent, the deep research agent, is available for you out of the box. This is ready-made and available for you out of the box. I won't go into a lot more of the scrolling, but you can see here it's getting not just very technical, but also showing you the references and where it's getting some of the data that it is getting for this report. Okay, so, and then after this, it actually gives you a quick...
so you were asking about lithium.
Sorry, let me just reduce the volume شوية.
Lithium batteries. It's pretty cool how they
I'll give you a
work.
1-minute overview.
Think of it like a tiny warehouse for electricity with 2 rooms. One room, the anode, is where little lithium ions hang out when the battery is charged. When you use your phone, these ions travel through a liquid hallway, the electrolyte, to the other room, the cathode. That movement is what creates power. Charging just sends them all back to the first room.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but as you see here, it did all of that research and then gave you a 1-minute audio summary as a final output. Okay, so we research lithium batteries in the, let's say, main chat window. We used our deep research agent to research lithium batteries. One more step, which is we have another agent that we can use for doing this work, which is Notebook LM, right? And I have one already, but just to show you how it can be created. So you hit create new, and obviously with Notebook LM, you kind of can tell it what are the sources. You specify the sources, and it becomes like a working scratch pad, like an AI scratch pad for all your work. I think a lot of you have already used it, but for those who are maybe not familiar, this is what Notebook LM ends up doing. So you can upload your sources, you can files from your drive, you can upload files from your computer, certain websites, YouTube videos, whatever you want to do, you can kind of go and upload it and then use this as the basis for your notebook, let's say, playground, okay? And you can also tell it, well, I want to learn about a specific topic. Tell me about it, right? So we can keep it around the same subject. As you can see, I'm a big fan of lithium batteries. And so when we go here and we research it, I actually know nothing about lithium batteries, but so when we go here and research it, it will go online, it will pull some sources, it will go into your data, it will pull some sources and try to understand what data is available for you to, let's say, put into your notebook LM environment, right? So if you're not uploading the sources manually, it will actually go and find the sources for you to upload. And this is all within your enterprise environment. So here, as you can see, we selected or we found 10 sources for you that you can approve for our current subject. You can add more, you can change it, etc. Let's say, for example, I know this paper, I'm not very fond of it, I can remove it and then import the rest, okay? What I will show you is, just to kind of move it along and not spend too much time, I'll show you the environment I created yesterday because sometimes when you generate some assets, it takes a few minutes, so I don't want to keep you all waiting. But essentially here, like you see, we have these 9 sources for our lithium battery notebook. And here you can see I can have the questions. I can ask it any questions I like for example, this one, and it will go and look at the sources I have and answer the question for me, like, you know, and you can ask it, as you see, and it talks about energy density, power density, and gives you like a lot of details based on the sources and all referenceable, which is, I think, very, very important for everybody here in this room, right? Everything here we see is referenceable. وطبعا in the studio is where the fun is, you know, like I don't, إن شاء الله واضح يعني, بس in the studio you can create audio overviews of the subject of the notebook. You can create slide decks, you can create video overviews, mind maps, reports, infographics, and on and on. There are more features in the in like the workspace version of NBLM, but we will be hitting feature parity very, very soon. So, you know, there might be some features you might have seen here before, like, for example, create a quiz, but that is coming very, very soon, inshallah. But most of the important ones are already here. And as you can see here, you can create study guides for your students. You can create FAQ documents. You can create infographics for those who like to study visually. هذا كله, it can be done on your inside your notebook LM environment, and then shared with your students, with fellow researchers, fellow professors, etc. Right? And even when it comes to things like you know, the output language of some of the reports and some of the functionality that we are showing here, you know, in my demo environment, the default language is English, so all the output is coming out in English. However, نقدر نغيره يعني, and we can make this in Arabic as well, and just, you know, create an audio overview. الaudio overview راح يصير بالعربي. Okay, so this is really cool, and especially now that you have the Notebook LM app, you can kind of, I don't know, create overviews of any topic you want, and basically curate your own podcast to listen to in the car on your drive into work, for example, you know, because now you can do that because you have your Notebook LM app that you can download, Gemini Enterprise app that you can download and access Notebook LM via. Okay, so this is a quick overview of kind of some of the out-of-the-box agents, some of the out-of-the-box functionalities. Let's see, where is the, like for example here, we can see what the presentation looks like. It's very graphically dense, but I can actually tell it kind of how to create the presentation. You know, I can give it style guidelines, I can tell it kind of target audience, make it more advanced, make it less advanced, more graphics, less graphics, like all of those I can give in instructions. It's not like just one click of a button and that's it. Like all of the stuff that you see here is can be done, graphics. It can be done with it can be customized based on your instructions. So on the slide deck, if you just click, it will create by default, but if you actually hit the menu button and click customize, you can actually go ahead and tell it, well, do X, Y, Z, this is the audience, this is how I want you to explain certain subjects. And I'm sure everybody in this room is really good at the presentations and explanation to their students of very complex and dense technical subjects. But you can also use this as a way to help you get the message across, and even generate maybe customized content for students based maybe on some prerequisites. You know, اللي يبي يتعلم more visually, you can create some content for them. اللي يبي يتعلم بالعربي, you can create some content for them, and so on and so forth. Right? Okay. So that's on the, like we also have the idea generation agent. I won't go into that today. And you can also have agents created that are a bit more technical. I might go into these later. Let's see if we have time. But the really cool functionality is creating your own agents. Okay, so there's two ways for you to create your own agents inside this app. Number one is just a classic chat-based agent where you can kind of just click in, tell it, well, create an agent that does X, Y, and Z, and you can also customize it to your liking. So if we click Proceed to Builder, we see that we can create an agent. No, let's keep going. We can create an agent where you give it a description, give it instructions on how you exactly want it to work and what you want it to do, right? Tell it what model it will be able to use. Like, we recommend starting with Gemini 3.5 Flash and then adjusting based on your requirements. If you need something a bit more dense and a bit more, let's say, robust, but might take a little bit longer, you can go to Pro. But we find that Flash does the job maybe 95% of the time, okay? And then you add your connectors. So for example, do you want it to do search on Google? Do you want this agent to access your email? Do you want it to access your calendar, etc., etc.? So you tell it what you want it to access. Here you can add what we call knowledge files, which is kind of skills in essence for your AI agents. And you can even give it some personalization prompts, which are like will be available for you to click on rather than you have to type every time. Okay, so this is like a very easy way to create a chat agent via our agent designer. And you can also obviously add more sub-agents underneath here, as you see as well. For example, you can have one agent be the orchestrator, and you can have multiple sub-agents go and do specialized tasks. So you can kind of get a bit creative and get a bit technical with this work, okay? The other agent we have is what we call our workflow agent. So with the workflow agents, the difference between that and the chat, workflow agent doesn't need you to come and chat with it to wake it up. The workflow agent, by definition, by its name, ends up actually working in the background and only coming to talk to you when it needs something from you, okay? And this is something you can create out of the box for your actual workflows. And I think the team will actually kind of explore this in a little bit more detail in the workshop afterwards as well. So this is something that we can do. So for example, here, as you can see, we have some examples of templates, or you can create it manually. But let's say I want a morning briefing agent, okay? Just go ahead and have an agent that gets called every day. You know, I can have it on a schedule or on an actual event. Here for this one, it's a daily agent, so I have it on schedule, right? Go into my calendar. I give it, just as you see here, very basic instructions. Just go into my calendar and summarize my events for today. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. And as you can see here, as a tool, it has access to my calendar only. Okay, عشان it doesn't get overloaded and overwhelmed and look in places it shouldn't look. Okay, and after that, it will output something. Let's say, oh, I don't want it to use Pro, let's have it use Flash. Similarly, you know, find content in my email that has access to my email, and also use Flash, okay? And then maybe I want you to search the web for news. And so I can tell it, you know, hi, search the subjects that I like and use Google search as a tool and summarize global business and technology news headlines. And then take all of the outputs from all these different agents that I created before, right? And generate a report for me that can be sent to my inbox directly. And the cool thing here is obviously you can even tell it, well, I send an email, add your name here, you know, like, I don't know. You know, and then, you know, this is the email it goes to, this is the subject, this is the body. If I want to CC anybody, I can. And also if I want to create branching workflows, etc., I can do that as well, right? So here, as you can see, here's everything you can do. You can call an agent, and tell it to do work for you, similar to what we showed before. You can have flow control, so you can have conditional work. You know, if an output is X, do this. If an output is Y, do that. So you can add conditionality and looping into your agents. You can also have an existing agent called that you maybe have coded and deployed before. You can actually do that. So you can create really complex, robust workflows, and you can call a human in the loop. For example, if there's a step that requires maybe an approval, you can actually have the agent send it to somebody for approval and have it come back to you, right? So these are all agents that you can create out of the box. And these are all tools like the workflow agent that we showed here that we can run, and you can just kind of, save it. And then once you publish it, it can actually start running and doing the work for you every day at 9 a.m. for you to have your morning brief alongside your morning coffee. Okay, that kind of covers most of what I wanted to talk about today. Are there any questions? Okay, yeah.
Are those features available for everybody? Because some of this automation can't get out of hand.
It is available for everybody. Have fun. Yes, yeah, it's available for everybody. Like the workflow agent specifically, but this becomes your own agent. So this agent, the workflow agent I am creating here, exists in my environment as a user. It's not going to be for everybody. The agents that are deployed for, let's say, all the faculty are actually approved from a central mechanism. It's not everybody who creates an agent gets deployed for everybody. You see what I mean? For the chaos that you are talking about will be living in your...
Yeah, but I'm talking about, for example, sending emails.
Yeah.
It's also
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So yes, it's actually, it's available for you. And I don't want to get too technical about how it works, but one of the cool things is we do have like logging and monitoring enabled. So if there's like a lot of, I don't know, spam or abuse coming out of certain accounts, they can be flagged and they can work with you to fix them. And it might be a problem but it shouldn't be more than a day, and then it should get fixed. Yeah.
Thank you. One quick question. You said Gemini can use Claude and
Yeah.
but it has its own.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good question. So when you want to use Claude, you use it in the advanced code agents that are deployed for the organization. Okay. So for example, here, there are agents that can be created via code, deployed in your cloud environment, and you can tell that agent in the background use Claude as an LLM. For example, if you want to create a document classifier agent that is purely based on Claude, it can be done via the code agent. The workflow agent, the out of the clicking, kind of no-code agents that we showed today, those are powered by Gemini in the background. The Claude ones are code. Yeah. Yeah.
But I can really give this human confidence.
So yes, it's a great question. The really cool thing about the way we architected the flows here, and maybe something that you might have noticed, is every time there's a specific answer, or it's stating something, it adds the reference to it. We want to make sure that wherever possible, add the reference. And at the end of the day, you know, when an agent is built on top of Google technology, you know, referencing the right article, the right online resource, or the right resource within your document corpus is honestly a core strength of ours, because search has been our business for almost 30 years now.
Something curious about it is you mentioned that some of the things it may take hours or minutes or whatever. It would be interesting to also say, when you put the questions, how much power would I consume?
How much
Power.
power consumes? Yeah, that's an interesting one. I actually don't have the answer to that, but maybe it's something we can add in the roadmap. Thank you.
We want to be sustainable.
Agreed. Agreed. تفضل دكتور.
I have a third-party platform, and I wanted to go in there and pitch data, manuscripts, any database I have there. Is this something that the organization has to give you access to? Or?
Yes. So that's a great question, actually. And when it comes to creating connectors, and it's again something like I don't want to go too much into like the plumbing behind how this works, but when it comes to creating connectors, we create what we call data stores. And Google, as you see here, or the platform as you see here, has first-party data stores, okay, Google-related services, and third-party data stores. You know, this here you see your OneDrive, your Outlook, your et cetera, and you can create your own MCP server as well if you are like AI native, okay? But essentially here, and this is something, by the way, done by the IT team. So don't think that this is something you have to do. I'm just showing you how you can connect to third-party data sources. You come here and you select what is the data or where it is coming from, what is the type of source that it is. Let's say, for example, we want to connect here to like Jira as a ticketing service, or ServiceNow. Maybe you guys are more familiar with ServiceNow, which we have, or Notion, right? And then you set it, you click, you configure it, and then you allow the user to log into it.
If it's not one of these apps,
We have to create what's called a custom connector. It's developed with code. API based, correct. Sorry, it's all here.
So are the chats that I create and the data I generate private, unique, and encrypted, or can the IT team look at what I generate?
No, it's all encrypted. It's all encrypted.
Nobody from the organization or group can see what I'm generating.
That I actually have to check exactly how it works. I'm not sure, but we have settings on. But in terms of encryption, it is encrypted. But is the logging include what the query is? That's actually a functionality that has to be turned on and off. تفضل عفوا. الله يعافيك.
For this mind-blowing orientation and demo, I have two questions. My first question is, if I already have agents using a different Copilot.
Yeah.
First we have Copilot.
Yeah.
And I developed agents there. Is there a way to import them?
Yeah. Great question, and we get this one a lot. The short answer is yes, as long as they are written in the open frameworks. So there are certain frameworks that if you write an agent according to that framework, you can take it and deploy it in Gemini Enterprise or any other service for that matter. But I'm not sure about the Copilot agents, if they are on these frameworks or not. If they are, then yes, you can.
Okay. And then the second is the servers for the data that will go through the Gemini. Are they locally hosted, or I know it's cloud?
Yeah, it is all cloud, but currently the endpoints are global for the data that is running through this, for the GE service. We have, I think, EU-based and US-based as well, but we encourage the use of global because it's the best performance.
One last quick question.
Sure.
What my colleague asked about. There is an AI tool website for medical literature that needs a username and password. Can I add it in the connectors? Is it something that I can
Yes. It has to be added as a custom connector, and then, but it's doable. It will require. I don't think it's like out of the box. You just go, but it can be configured. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. I think في سؤال هناك.
Just wanted to ask about if I have my own research work still in draft, still as a draft, and I want to upload it here just to make some edits or add some information.
Yeah.
I've been writing off the question of the professor before. Is this data available for everybody? And when I download it with the edits, does it read as AI detectors?
Yeah. So is it available for everybody? The answer is no. Like access control is very meticulous when it comes to this tool. This service is mine, like the tools, the connectors, being able to log into my Outlook or being able to open my Office. Like Office and Outlook are tools for everybody, but when you access the tool, it's your Outlook, it's your Office. That's all it actually reads.
So, does everybody tool have access to the file? That's all.
No. So if no, so let
research the same information.
Yeah.
Does my paper come up?
No. So let's say, for example, if I want to add files from OneDrive, or let's say I am connected to my drive here, or OneDrive or SharePoint, it only has access to what you have access to, because you actually log into your OneDrive, or you tell the connector see drive as I do.
If I enter from another account other than my account,
You won't see the files.
Information won't come up for anybody else.
No.
The researcher is the same time.
No. So if you're logging in from a different account, just like if you're logging in from a different account without the tool, you won't be able to see the files. It's the same.
Yeah. So like you said, it doesn't learn. People in the same organization do not have access to all of the information.
No.
Yeah.
No. So you have to actually share. If you want to share something, you have to explicitly share that file, just like you would in any other OneDrive or whatever. Yeah. Mike.
I'd like to thank you all for this very interactive discussion. And actually, this is the seed of this project. And you are our champions. And I really would like you to register to the special sessions. So if you have like a special case, we can use the special case to elaborate on using how to facilitate the full power of what you're seeing here. Actually, what Mr. Abdul just showed is just scratching the surface of what we can do. All the prompts are very generic. If you go into like prompt engineer and have specific questions, you'll be amazed of the answers and the results that you're going to see. And this is only the start, inshallah. And we have, as an institution, plan to connect with the research as well as the library. So whatever you have access to, for example, library, all the registered the journals, papers, you will have the research based on these results. Also, so I don't want to take much of your time of the agenda, but it's really interactive session, and the focus group will also be much helpful. And thank you for your input.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so I think we have. We don't need to go through this. Sorry, if there are more questions. Yeah.
I have a question. Since we're already operating from Microsoft 365
Sure.
University, what is Google? And this question is for all four gentlemen here. What is Google is offering? What is the picture about
Sure.
what we already have?
Sure. So look, we get that question quite a lot. Honestly, like the answer can be both technical and performance related. So there's two aspects to it. Number one is what we're talking about here is a tool that doesn't come in and live inside your existing tools, right? So it's not an agent inside Word. It's not an AI that lives inside Outlook that helps you write emails. It's a tool that actually sits on top of everything and enables you to really create this new workflow and these new agents that will do the work for you and do the work on your behalf. Today, there are two types of AI companies in the world, okay? There are the frontier labs, the research labs. Think like OpenAI, Anthropic. Those are like the important frontier labs, right? Number two is the technology companies, the hyperscalers, AWS, Microsoft, right? Google today is maybe the only one that actually ticks both boxes. We research into our own models and develop our own AI models. And we have the security and enterprise-grade security and features of the cloud. So when you combine them together, we wanted to create this application layer that enables you to start doing work differently. Other tools اليوم, you are doing the same work, you're just using AI as an assistant. This is something that enables you to do work completely differently, enables you to create your own AI agents, and enables you to get real gains in efficiency and performance. And to be honest, يعني, in my personal opinion, the output that comes from our AI is really a lot of times aligned, let's say, with what organizations and enterprises such as Kuwait University expect. Sorry, we have two more questions. Yeah,
I was part of the trial of the Google Enterprise. I tried to connect it to Google Anti-Gravity. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But I learned that it's not yet compatible with Anti-Gravity.
Correct.
Is there a plan to...
Correct. So Anti-Gravity as an IDE is not a cloud offering. It's a personal user offering. So it's not compatible. What we will have is coding assistance and something you can deploy within your shell rather than it's a standalone IDE. So you will have similar functionality within this, but not just missing the IDE component. I think there was one more question here, and then maybe we can wrap. Here. موجود المايك بس تفضل اذا رايحك.
Can you please touch base on the technical support for the future, inshallah?
Yeah, look, honestly, this is a great question to.
Yeah, because one of the main difficulties of using any new product is
صح.
the knowledge.
صح.
On how to use it.
That's right.
And as well with the previous went through the trial period. And one difficulty that I face is actually this multi-level support where you will not get direct answers.
Yeah.
And you have to go to different levels. Are you going to have dedicated support for this directly from Google at KU? Or is it going to be,
So it's a two-phased answer to this. Number one is we are here always, and we will do enablement sessions, ramping sessions for the team here. Once the accounts will be activated, inshallah, today for everybody in this room, and you will have actually access. Just look out in your email. Sorry, so look out in your email. Inshallah, the accounts will be ready for you and emailed to you today. Okay. Once that's done, we will do sessions where you are hands-on inside the environment, and we do some training with you. Okay. And our partners from Deloitte are obviously here, as well as we are, for helping you develop agents, properly configure the environment, do the right setup. So we will be very, very involved with you, inshallah. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not something here you go and we walk away. It doesn't work like this. especially like you said, it's a very new tool. All right. Majid, should we wrap? Is this going to be?
Yeah, they're still onboarding the users.
Still onboarding? Okay, so the word I got is that we are adding you as users to the GE, everybody in the room, to the GE environment now as we speak. Inshallah, it will be ready and shared with you via email, hopefully later today. We do have a short link that you can then use to access it later, which we will share with you, inshallah, when it's ready. So please keep a lookout for the email. Log into the environment, test it out. Just say hello to the AI agent and see what it says, and let us know what you think. Okay. Okay. I think we are about 15 minutes early, so instead of the 15-minute break, maybe we'll have a half-hour break. So for those who are joining us for the workshop, تبون صورة؟ إيه تفضل. For those who are joining us for the workshop, we'll see you afterwards for the rest on the first floor. But we'll be here for the coffee anyway, صح? And then for the rest, thank you very much for your time. ويعطيكم العافية. مشكورين.